This is our Try It Tuesday for April 12th. It's a little lariat style necklace made out of wax linen. And you're also going to learn how to dome a little metal disc. It's got a cool way of going on. You pull the little loop over all your beads and dangles, and then you put it around your neck and put it back through. So we're going to get started with the little disc and prepping that, and the rest goes pretty quickly from there. I've got a 3/4 inch copper disc, and the first thing we need to do is put a hole in the center. And these guys are just a hand hole punch. It can go up to 18 gauge, and these discs are only 24 gauge, so that should be totally fine. And I'm just going to eyeball the center. If you're a little more precise, you could mark it with a Sharpie first, but we're just going to go with that. And you'll see it just punched out a little plug of metal like that. And then this is a doming block. This is what we're going to use to make this guy look like a bead cap. And you can just kind of use whichever one's appropriate for the size of your disc. And each one has a matching dowel that goes inside. And since this one is a steel doming block, it gives you a really nice hard curve. And what I'm going to do to dome it is we'll put the dowel on top, and then I've got a rawhide mallet. I'm just going to tap until my disc conforms to the hole it's in. And that makes it curved. If you want to step it up and curve it some more, you can go into a smaller one. And I think that'll look cool, so. You do need to check on it because they can migrate. So now I've got a nicely domed little disc. Basically made myself a bead cap. So I've got that, and then I've got a big check glass bead and a couple of smaller ones for my dangles. Just an assortment of little 8/0 seed beads. And then the main part of the necklace is a yard of waxed linen. So to start on the necklace part, I'm going to bring the two ends pretty close together and find the middle on the other side. And this is where we're creating our little loop. Now remember, you've got to leave the loop big enough for your biggest bead to fit through with the disc on it. And it's okay if it's a little too big. And this is an overhand knot like we've done in the past. I'm going to just take this part and bring it around and through. And as you tighten it, just make sure that this loop is staying open enough. And I think that's going to be just fine. So we're going to come down to the tail end. And if you see on the sample, we're going to bring both together, and we'll start with a seed bead. So I used this trick on the last Try It Tuesday. We're going to kind of mush the wax linen together. And actually we can tie our knot first. I'm going to come in about 6 inches. Make sure this is straight. Come in about 6 inches and tie an overhand knot here. So that'll be the top of our little dangle right here. So still got these mashed together, and I'm going to put a seed bead on. And then we'll do our little domed bead cap that we made. And our large bead. We're going to tie another overhand knot that goes up underneath the large bead. And see, I'm keeping my fingers there as I tighten so the knot stays up close to the bead. Like that. It's like he's wearing a little hat. And then for the two little dangly sides, you're going to string whatever beads you want on each dangle and tie a knot, an overhand knot under each. And I like what Tracy J did on the example. She put a seed bead on top on one and a seed bead on the bottom on the other. And wherever you tie the knot is where it's going to end. So you get to decide how long it's going to dangle on this part. Like that. I'm going to make that be my shorter one. I might tie my other knot a little farther down. Like that. And then we're just going to trim the extras below our little knot on each tail. It's nice to leave just a little bit below the knot, like a tassel. But there's your little dangle. And then to put it on, you'll put it around your neck and bring this loop over your beads. Just like that. Hope you'll come see us and make one of your own.